Hey everybody, welcome to the Dad Challenge podcast. My name's Josh. Thanks for joining me. Today we're talking about Brie Olsen, Brianna Olsen, and this insane thing that she's doing, which is having more kids with the most deadbeat, disgusting piece of garbage you could ever imagine. If you don't know anything about Brianna Olsen, buckle your damn seatbelt because this one is getting crazy. This woman belongs in prison. So let's talk about it. Okay, so a while ago I did a video on Brie Olsen, and it was that she got together with this guy named J2 Crisp. They had a baby. He took the fathering side seriously, whereas Brianna didn't, and it's only gotten so much worse. And they're publicly feuding. Brianna was exploiting her child and having her around traffickers and like disgusting pieces of garbage. And like the baby, we don't even know where the baby was half the time. The police were called. It was huge drama. And since then, she's basically lost almost all of her parental rights except for a couple of hours of visitation per month, which I think they have to travel both ways. I'm not sure how that works. But basically, she's lost everything. And since then, like, has been caught doing drugs and getting into multiple scandals. And now she's pregnant again, which is insane because this kid is going to go through one of the worst childhoods of all time. Because apparently the guy was, there's a TikTok about it. Let me see if I can find it. Watch this.
Olsen, the worst mother on TikTok, is breeding with Santos, one of the worst men on TikTok. And they're having a child together, okay? So if you don't see the problem with this, I'm going to explain the problem, okay? Santos has a child. You probably were like, wait, what? He has a kid? Yeah, you don't know about this kid because he doesn't even have custody of the kid and he doesn't pay his child support for said child, okay? So,
that part. This
MF has a kid who he's literally getting sued by the mother of his child to pay child support, okay? Then Brianna Olsen, on the other hand, she lost custody of her kid, Winter, and she literally kidnapped her child, took him to a different state, and had police helicopters circling her house trying to get the f***ing kid. And
we did a video on that, and the police showing up and them being really ridiculous about it. She's like, it's my kid, and the cops are like, we're taking this kid. Like, you're breaking the law. Like, she's broken the law, so she should be in prison. Not out there banging people and being around child traffickers and pimps and porn stars. That's what she did. And that's what we're doing today. We're looking at the video that's members only on the No Jumper podcast, where Brie talks about life. I'm really interested in this side of it because these influencers are actually they're just rich junkies is what they are, right? They got a lot of money. They put themselves on the internet, but they're just junkies. They do tons of drugs. All they do is party and drink. And then they bring kids into this environment. It's insane because they have no business taking care of kids because they can't even take care of themselves. Right? And these kids come into these environments where they live in a house with multiples of people who are doing multiples of different things, if you know what I'm saying, like law breaking multiples of different things. And this kid is in this environment. It's triggering to me because I was raised in an environment like that. And I look back on it and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, the craziness that my life was. My mom at one point, after the divorce of my stepfather, we were broke. And so we had to have roommates move in. And these were strange men. One of them was literally a drug kingpin. I'm not even kidding you. A drug kingpin living in our house because he was on the run. And I didn't know this till later, right? But like, this is who my mother brought into my home, our home. And it was the scariest time of my life. It's crazy. All these strange drug dealers and bikers and things coming through her house like crazy. This is what Brie and Santos are going to be doing with their child. If you see how they live, it's so chaotic and so destructive. And now they're having a kid when they can't even take care of their own kids.
She had to have one of her friends literally deliver the child to the police so that the child can go back in the custody of her baby daddy too, okay? So literally the worst two people that can ever have a kid are breeding and having the kid together, okay? So now the question comes into play is of who the gonna take care of this kid, because both of them, their kids are in someone else's custody because they're not fit parents. So this brings me to the point where everyone on the internet is just saying that they're having this kid just as like a content baby. Like, they literally just want a f***ing content baby to make.
And they admitted this in a video. They're like, yeah, the baby gets us views and things like that. They said this. Crazy.
Content with and like rage bait people with, and that is 100% true.
Having a baby for rage bait. That's crazy.
True, because Brianna herself said that she was actually going to be live streaming the birth, a private time for the mother, father, and child to all connect. No, that's going to be live streamed. And on top of that, she said that if the baby was not a girl, she was going to be extremely, extremely disappointed, which is just crazy. She also admitted to drinking while she was pregnant. Like, I know.
She does drugs too.
Which is why.
And if you're admitting that on camera and you're saying those things, that's an admission of guilt. CPS needs to come in and take that child and drug test it right away. If not take it, at least drug test it. And if the baby is testing for drugs, you take that baby away. That's how that works. This baby needs to be taken away instantly.
I personally believe that there needs to be like a mandated parent class for everyone who wants to breed. Like, the option of breeding should not just be like, oh, anyone can have a kid, you know? Like, we need to set some regulations here. If you cannot take a class on parenting, if you cannot be sober enough to raise a child, you should not be raising any kid. You should not be having any kid.
That's true.
I think that's wild. I also think it's wild that Brianna herself had to take many court-mandated parenting classes and still is not a good parent.
She's never going to be a good parent. She's always going to be a selfish twat. That's who she is. She's a drug addicted, alcohol addicted, party addicted, disgusting life addicted brat. That's what she is.
In my opinion. But that's just me. I don't know what's going on. I'm praying that this is all just rage bait and they're just saying this to get people mad and they're not actually having a kid. But unfortunately, it's really looking like they are. What do you guys think? Bye, I love you.
Lena liking this kills me. I don't know who Lena is. Is that Adam 22's wife? Because I was going to do a video on Adam 22 and I think Lena... Is it Lena the Plug? Lena the Plug? Just the name The Plug. It is what you think it is. Okay? Just these two people are absolute disgusting people on the internet. Okay? Like, do your PRN fine. Okay? If you're an adult and you want to do that stuff, you guys know my stance on it. You're a consenting adult, do what you got to do to make your money, whatever, okay? But when you have a child, everything changes, and I've said this a million times. Not only did they have a child, but they started family vlogging while being actively into hardcore pornography. Okay? That's, and like, bringing your kid into the world of it. And then, again, you talk about Brie and Santos bringing a kid into chaos. Adam and Lena, I don't even know if they're together anymore, but whatever. They're bringing this child into the absolute most disgusting chaos you could ever imagine. Okay, so there's that video, and then there's this one.
I would be lying if I said, like, I didn't need my co-parent. You can fucking afford to travel to LA to see your kid. I don't care. I don't feel bad. Like, I don't feel bad. Like, run your pockets. I don't care.
It's very costly, honestly. Like, I already have rent to pay here and, like, all my bills here. My bills are like $5,000-$6,000 a month.
I said a million times, you can afford to go to the club and buy a table and buy a yacht for spring break. You can afford to stay in LA for a week. I don't feel bad. I'm sorry. I just don't. Like, no. I'm not going to feel bad for somebody that doesn't want to move here and then complains about how much money they have to spend every time they're here.
Why you move to where your child is if you loved your child? The child is with 2K, his mother. He's being raised, or she, I forget, being raised by loving parents and a grandmother. You don't do that. If you want to be near your child, what's stopping you from moving? Again, why is it everybody has to move to you? Why can't you move? You're rich too.
I do have money, but you're asking me to spend more money than I need to or would like to. Like, that's ridiculous.
It's your child, asshole.
Talk about John. Do you know what size diapers your son wears? What size clothes does he wear? I feel like this is his size. Saying he's one, so why would he wear 2 teeth?
The hypocrisy.
I did say that
And is she so aware of this hypocrisy, or she's not? Which, if she's not, then it's crazy because I wrote this actually down. Hold on a second. I think that she has antisocial personality disorder. And this is what it means. It means she might also have SPD, is a mental health condition where someone consistently disregards other people's feelings, their rights, or their safety. They might lie, cheat, manipulate, or hurt others without feeling guilty about it. Like zero remorse. Making reckless or harmful choices all the time. Totally common. They could break the law, blow off responsibilities, or screw over friends and not lose a wink of sleep. That she has this I'm untouchable attitude. And it fits those people with ASPD. And she often acts like rules don't apply to her, either because they're arrogant or they just don't care about the consequences. I think that Brianna Olsen has ASPD, again, which is antisocial personality disorder. I think that's what she is, on top of probably narcissism.
How many ounces does he drink in a day? What's his sleeping schedule? He's eating good. What do you think they're feeding him? Damn.
She's such a douchebag. So anyway, she goes on this podcast called No Jumper. And the beginning of this, actually I want to show you this because I hate Adam 22, he's such a piece of shit. But this is from Maddie Balls. Just want to show you the intro of this.
No Jumper used to be one of the best podcasts to get connected with your favorite up-and-coming artists in the underground. From interviews with artists like XXXTentacion and Juice
That guy's dead.
WRLD to putting out music videos for up-and-coming artists, they had one of the biggest and best platforms in hip-hop. But fast forward to 2025, and Adam 22, the owner of No Jumper, just put out a video claiming that they are going broke.
Good.
So, there's something that I've been hiding from you guys. No Jumper is going broke.
On April 2nd of 2025, Adam22 posted a video on the No Jumper channel titled No Jumper is Going Broke. He started off by describing how much money he wasted by trying to grow and creating all of these expenses for himself, even though the views were never that great.
We expanded too
Some of the views were pretty great, though. I'm going to show you in a second.
much during COVID at just about the exact moment that our revenue streams all took a hit. We hired a whole bunch of editors and other employees, and we bought a huge office building that cost us almost $4 million, thinking that the growth that we were experiencing during the pandemic was going to continue.
You donut. Again, these guys aren't smart. And they took a platform. Okay, this guy, if you don't know what he is, I'm pretty sure he's just a star. We got his fame from that. And then he leveraged that and then did family vlogging and podcasting like everybody else does on Earth. Like a podcast, it's like if you don't become a real estate agent, become a podcaster. That's basically what the options are now. And I say that I'm not a podcast. I just have called myself that the whole time. Yeah, so he leveraged it, and he leveraged it because he loved hip hop and he liked that culture, and then he did it. $4 million office, you absolute donut.
And unfortunately, that did not happen. Our YouTube numbers, which had doubled or even tripled, gradually returned to normal. Our Snapchat and Facebook numbers, which had exploded during COVID, sometimes even hitting 6 figures a month, shrank by about 80% or more. Our Patreon, which was absolutely killing it for a year or two when we were doing uncensored, aka nude interviews with up-and-coming superstars.
Superstars. They're superstars. Is this what you have to do to become a superstar? Because I'll do it. Do you want to see these schmeebs? Because I'll show you.
Like Kazumi and Sky Brie fell off quite a bit with the launch of Plug Talk and a deep
Plug Talk. Oh my gosh, send the asteroid. We are living in Sodom and Gomorrah, guys. The internet has re-upped Sodom and Gomorrah times 100 million.
Decreased interest in seeing us interview stars.
He also wanted
Gee, I wonder why people don't want to talk to see you interview stars, because what do they have to say? Plug Talk.
to talk about how big of a hit the channel took when all of his hosts were leaving. Adam continued to say that the No Jumper Instagram account was actually taken down, which also seems like a huge cash flow source for them. On top of all this, he also said that they're being sued by a former employee, which is also very expensive for him. Adam said that because of all this, they had to lay off a bunch of their staff. They're trying to sell their multi-million-dollar warehouse that they just moved into like 2 years ago, and they also have to close their store. Regardless, it seemed like this
What do you sell at the store? The Plug Talk store.
whole video was made basically so that Adam could just get some sympathy and ask fans to support.
But I honestly spend pretty much all of my time trying to create as much content as possible with No Jumper, and I can't really justify doing so unless
Bro, get a f***ing job.
the fundamentals of the business make sense. It was a big decision to share this stuff with you guys, but at a certain point I realized that I've been honest with the world about just about everything in my life over the years.
True. To the point of oversharing. Absolutely.
And it felt wrong to keep all this stuff that we've been dealing with in secret. So I know what you're thinking. What can you do?
Who's gonna wear a Plug Talk t-shirt out to the thing? You know?
Do to help? Well, I do have some ideas, which I'll sort into 3 categories here: free, cheap and generous.
And if you guys look at the like to dislike ratio or see what people are commenting, people aren't being too supportive. But you're probably wondering, why do people not feel bad for Adam22 and No Jumper? Why are their finances so bad? Why did they hire all these people and have to lay them off?
Anyway, this isn't about Adam22 and No Jumper. This is interesting. Maybe I'll dive into this. But go watch Matty Balls. I'll subscribe to him. Go watch Matty Balls' video on this, because you need to know Adam22 is before you jump into this topic with Brie Olsen, because he's a big piece of shit. He's a disgusting piece of garbage. His wife's called Lena the Plug, and they family vlog. It's called Lena and Adam. They haven't done a video since 2022, but we took an 8-month break, but we're back. Family vlog time. So this guy will try everything. So he's done. Right, that's where he made his money and fame, and more her than him. And then they like, well, let's do a podcast, and that made them some money. And then they're like, let's family vlog. So again, they haven't done it in a long time, but they did try to pursue it for sure. Like, and they made it a few million views, I imagine. Yeah, 5.7 million views. It's not a ton of money, but they made some money, right? Most popular view being finding out I'm pregnant and surprising my boyfriend, Lena and Adam. Like, surprise! Whose is it? It could be one of a million people's babies. He's also famous for being like the mega cuck of the entire world, and being called out for letting his wife, do other things. Like, look at these videos, lifting weights in a prehistoric gym, and his wife's just flashing him. Like, these people are disgusting, okay? Because when you bring a child into this world and you put them on the internet, this kid is going to have to live through their parents' shame for the rest of his life. And they don't care. These selfish assholes. That's all they are. Okay, so all that being said, we breaking down to Brie Olsen, we're breaking down to Adam22. This podcast that we're breaking into today is it's members only, but I paid for the membership, so we'll see if it gets flagged or not. Because I'm allowed to disseminate.
No Jumper.
I'm allowed to disseminate on YouTube, and I'm allowed to for fair use. I don't know if it works for membership stuff, but I guess we'll find out. Oh, I wanted to show you this too quickly. The No Jumper podcast. So this is them. 4.9 million subscribers. It's insane, and I want to see their fall off. I mean, people can only just be disgusted so much, right? So much. But 4.9 million in the last. Well, I mean, they're still making big money. This is big money right here. 9.8 million long views. That's $100,000 a month. They're still making good money on YouTube. I don't know what he's talking about, but I guess their output is so much that he's just losing everything. If you can't run a podcast on 6 figures a month, you have a problem, man. Once you learn to edit yourself. But not a ton of growth in subscribers. A little bit for a channel with that many subscribers, but yeah, he did fall off a bit. And how much they made over the life of the channel. Estimated revenue for Max. It says 92,000, but that's not true. That's 1.9 billion long views. They've made so much money on this podcast, like bonkers money. So to him saying they're saying we're going broke, I don't think they actually are. Unless the lawsuits and everything else that they're paying, their overhead must be massive, because if you can't compensate by, look, we need more than $100,000 a month to run a company. Holy moly, man, it's a podcast, bro. You sit down at a table and with a microphone. What? You're not running an Amazon warehouse. What in the hell's going on? Anyway, so I wanted to show you that, and I wanted to show you his biggest videos are No Jumper featuring TK, Black Boy, JB Hard. 33 million views. Then Lil Pump buying $1,000 shoes. This is all before the podcast hit, right? The XXX Tentacion interview, which was 2026 or 2016 before he died. So he's got massive views. And then if you look at his latest views, this one was done August 4th, which was yesterday, as if I'm filming today. 1,000 views. Damn. Aspen Cartier and her Chicago upbringing beefing with her ex. 10K views. They took this end to the zoo. Munchie and G Uno on 4 extra hating on No Jumper. I don't even know what that means. 30K views, right? Stan G fitness 2 times is a sucker. And okay, yeah, 17,000 views right there. And then it's got Uncle Laser interview. I don't know who that is. Members only. Adam Whack 124. So I mean, if he plugged away and brought it back down to like just having one editor, right, who can film, probably save a lot of money, but he doesn't want. He wants to have this like flashy lifestyle. He wants to be like, look, I'm a boss. All this kind of garbage. It's just trash. Where's the Brie Olsen interview that I took that I'm watching right now? Right here. So this was done 4 days ago, and I have it because I became a member for 5 minutes to download this video. So let's take a look at it.
No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world, and today
It really isn't because your audio is shit.
we're having a sit down with somebody who has been exploding on
Oh yeah, I was looking to see if they had any chapters, but they don't. Okay, cool, whatever. Let's just speed it up.
the internet in general, TikTok and whatnot. We got Brie Olsen on the podcast, and also we got my man Flacco,
Yeah, man. What's up, man?
the biggest,
Oh, man.
the largest, and then
Of what? Biggest, largest of what? Hot dog eating contest? What?
Yo, so like, and his lore is he's known to have a really big butt. So what?
Big butt? And fakest teeth in the entire world.
the hell?
No, his lore is Ash Trevino.
The whole idea.
Yeah,
So
right.
you got a big ass, and you've been all the bad bitches on TikTok.
All the
Ew. Like again, like why is this podcast listened to by people? This is the $4 million studio they built. It's like it could be a shed where Bubbles lives. You know what? Bubbles lives a life where he's not. You know, he doesn't need much. Just shedding some kitties. You know.
The sins that you committed by making Ash famous is gonna come back and get
They
you.
already came back and got me.
How so?
They vandalized my food trucks. They vandalized a lot of my things. I was prevented from seeing my daughter.
But she has like a
Wait, Ash Trevino is his baby mom? What?
TikTok gang that carries up
She has
episodes.
such a
She's
big
like-
hate audience.
like bad.
They slashed our tires. I lost my truck just because how many times they just kept breaking into it. It was so
But
bad.
where were you located?
I was looking at San Antonio.
In San Antonio, and so people hate her so much that they were like, okay, this guy's hanging out with her,
I blew it up.
so we're going to destroy his food truck and other things.
Yes.
Yes,
Right,
just his life in general. That was
They
for
just-
both of us. Yeah.
What the fuck?
I lost
Get that
my
kind of
account.
attention.
Yeah, I had a 2.4 million verified TikTok. I lost it.
What?
And
didn't know
one of
that.
the emails that we got back from TikTok recently, they actually did mention Ash. They were like, since you're associated with her and we don't allow her on our app,
Oh.
like that's why we keep taking your accounts down.
I don't believe that. No. You could sue TikTok for that. If they're making up lies, there's just no. Oh, you were associated. No, so that's a lie.
TikTok said that.
In an email that I got back recently, yes.
Why don't you show us?
So I'm still working on getting that account.
Can you just not associate with her?
I mean, now we don't because she's bought us so
I
much.
had a
Except
nude
for,
tattoo.
except for this podcast.
Yeah, we had to cover it. I think it was bad luck. Seriously.
Whoa.
Yeah. So
You
we
got an
don't.
Ash Trevino tattoo. This guy wasn't dating her, but got a tattoo.
Associate with her anymore just because
Yep.
even though she brought money, she brought more like
When did
bad
you
luck.
realize though that this Ash shit is getting out of control?
When it was just like I couldn't see my daughter, and it was just like it was too much invasion of privacy. It
Invasion of privacy. This guy says. Are you kidding me?
was just like it was affecting the
So
life.
there's another.
You can't see your daughter because you don't pay child support. Allegedly, that's why you can't see your daughter.
If all of the mothers were influencers and if they got paid to post their baby or if they got paid to post how they parent and all the parenting advice and just things they do as a parent, if they got an opportunity to get paid for it, they would do the exact same shit. You're in that opportunity to do that and you don't even do it. You don't even do it in real life.
This dude, you make your parents take care of your kid.
I have one parent. Stop saying parents. I have one mom. Okay? And my mom, I don't make her take care of my
and your
son.
kid has two mothers. And your kid has two mothers.
No, my son has one mom and my son has one grandma.
Santos.
Exactly.
I'm with 2K on this. What?
And your daughter has no dad.
Uh-oh.
I'm there when I can be. I'm not able to be there. I'm not able to be there 24/7.
And why aren't you?
I'm not.
Why aren't you? Because I put myself
Because
in a
she's
position.
young.
Hey, even when
She's
my
young.
son,
You can't be there for your daughter because she's young? That doesn't make sense.
even when my son is with his mom, I'm still there.
Party.
Santos cannot handle working with males. He keeps trying to act like some big dog, but towards the end of this live, he was begging 2K to help him monetize his Snapchat.
Mom, another woman, and then she was taking care of the kids, but you didn't want to go spend time with the kids because people would be calling in
Yeah, they were
SWAT
making her
calls or something?
Yeah, they're what is it called, doxing her address.
Really?
Yeah.
So how does that stop you from just going over to the house and hanging out for
Because now I had to take it legally. They didn't want to do any. They kind of like shut me down. Like they're like, we don't want to
They
associate
don't
with
like
you.
the fact that
That doesn't matter. No, he's lying to you because if he has parental rights and he wants to see his daughter, they can't just be like, no. Doesn't matter what he does, so he's lying. They're like, well, you're on TikTok, we don't have anything to do with you. Doesn't matter what I do. If he has parental rights, he has parental rights. Sounds like he has zero parental rights, though. That's what it sounds like. And if you are Santos's baby mom and you'd like to tell me a little bit about this whole situation and use my platform to exonerate yourself and to talk about how big of a piece of garbage she is, I'm here for you.
He was on social media and had all these bad things around his name, which would then bring bad things around their name.
Wow.
So they had to.
And they're off social media. They're like very ghosts. Like nobody could track them. Like,
Good. That's because of who you are, not because of who they are.
More comfortable with
yeah,
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
They wanted privacy.
we have
and he didn't come with privacy at the time, so.
Putting your kids on social media seems fun until you got like very aggressive haters, and then you're like,
No, it's never okay to put your kid in line. And you guys have very aggressive haters, so he's being a hypocrite. Unless that's the reason they stopped doing family vlogging. Probably just didn't make them enough money is why they stopped. But you guys are like one of the most hated couples in the planet.
oh,
Yeah,
this
it's
might not be worth it. Yeah.
So she has one of the biggest child custody cases on the app, on the platform.
Well, duh, right?
Wow, that's not a flex, bro.
Yeah.
It's been big.
Yeah.
So her baby daddy, I don't know if you ever heard of him.
Yeah, what's his name? Y2K?
Yeah, some
2K.
2Ks like that. But I basically turned him up on the app and just
Wait, so you turned him up before or after she got pregnant with his child?
after we were just
They were actually friends
We were
before
friends. We were
Yeah.
friends, and then
And she cheated on 2K with you, right?
No.
No.
We were long broken up.
Oh.
Before the pregnancy, we were broken up. So
Okay.
the drama just came with it. So
Wow.
yeah.
Wait, all right. So I feel like now that you kind of open up, you feel me, like the rabbit hole of the 2K drama, you feel me? Let's get into it, okay? So one of like the initial things that I've seen that you got a lot of hate for was the abuse claims, right? Because you dropped like I feel like a video where it was like then and now where like you show like the bruises and shit, and then transition to like the pregnancy, and folks was like, man, those are like filler injection marks. Cut it out, man. You lying on this guy. So what's your response to that?
I had our
So there was, if you're not, because I think I know this, there was videos of her bruising, and so she thinks that people are saying or are alleging that Santos is abusive.
he made a response to that. But now my TikTok is deleted, so you can't even see that anymore. But initially, when I was pregnant, I posted a video where I had bruises.
Oh no, this was the other one. This was the one where they were saying 2K was hitting her, or she was accusing him of being abusive, but people were like, no, that's not true. And he came out and like denied it, and he said, take me to court for it, and she never did.
On my eye. It was like during an altercation that we had in Miami while we were dating. It was before the pregnancy. I had an altercation with him, physical altercation. Gave me a black eye. I had other bruises, kind of like hand marks, stuff like that. I actually reported that to the cops because I found I was pregnant. So a lot of like DV stuff happened with him before I was pregnant.
He again, if you guys know anything about this, he denies all allegations of DV. He says, on the contrary, she was the one that was abusive towards him. So I need to set that record straight. There's no court proceedings. There's no charges or anything that I know of so far. So they just know that they just claim that she's lying. And again, he claims that she was the other witch. She was the one perpetuating this stuff. So, I mean, she's a liar. So
never
take it with a huge grain of salt.
reported it because it was always like, I'm sorry, I'll never do it again, blah, 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 blah.
I never reported it. Okay, yeah.
Then when it happened again and I found out I was pregnant, I was like, okay, this is really serious and this is something I need to document at this point. So I documented that. You'll see if you're
documenting, meaning make a TikTok about it.
If you're on the lower, like going into my court case online, like everyone does, you'll see it there. I did report that to the cops. And then so while I was pregnant, we were just kind of like beefing back and forth online. I was like, you know what? Like, I mean, I might as well just tell everyone that used to like literally hit me while I was pregnant and before that. And
why would he hit you though?
He would always just like.
Don't ask that question. That's stupid. Because if it were the case, there's no what you're doing is asking for justification why you would abuse somebody, and there's never ever a justification. There's not like, so what did you do? Are you serious? This guy, man, holy.
He was just really angry. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no explanation though, right? He's just angry. Oh, and so there was a fight, nothing. You guys were equally fighting, nothing. No, just he was angry. So I think she's lying. Like obviously, there's no charges. He's not been charged with anything. He has full custody of the child. Like, put it all together. You know what I mean?
He seems so chill from the videos I've seen of him. I was really taking his side when I was watching the videos.
He has a really good mask.
So Adam, what he said there is that he doesn't believe her.
Like a really good
I got
mask.
to know him.
Is he white?
I became his friend after meeting him.
Half white, no daddy, like raised by all women, like the recipe for disaster. Like recipe for disaster.
Yeah, pretty
Why is that recipe for?
Yeah.
How does it make you feel though when you see that like you're like I posted like the bruises, but like but
people
like,
were trying to debunk it. Yeah. So I had seen a couple of videos of people like obviously I'm 25. I've had breast augmentation, nose job. I've gotten fillers like any girl in LA does. You shouldn't. So when I saw that people were trying to debunk it, I was like, oh, but you got like nose fillers, so that bruise was from that, or like certain things. I was like, okay, first of all, where on me have I ever gotten anything done that would leave a bruise on my eye? Like
your nose would do that. Your nose.
It doesn't make any sense.
What? Rhinoplasty. She's also had liquid rhinoplasty in the past and plans to dissolve and restart her lip filler. Additionally, she plans to get baby Botox. Brie has been open about her cosmetic procedure. She also has a deviated septum and droopy tip, which cause congestion, nosebleeds, and sinus headaches. So, yes, she has had a nose job. That's where you get black eyes.
The dates that I was getting filler in videos, I actually had like a neck tattoo at the time. So I remember I got a nose filler and I had like this neck tattoo in the video. Super dark butterfly I had. I don't have it anymore. You can't even see it. And then the video I posted where he like left a black eye and like a bruise on my nose, I didn't even have that tattoo anymore. So like it didn't match up that people were saying that that happened when I got filler or certain things like that. It wasn't from that. Because it just...
Again, so then charge him. Why don't you charge him?
It didn't add up.
Was you upset about it? Like, did people discredit you? Like, take a toll on you?
Not really, because I get that all the time. For like every situation. I mean, anytime you want to out anybody that's likable on the internet, you're gonna receive like backlash. So I was prepared for that.
Yeah, and like, how do you? I guess as like a partner, like, how do you go about and offering her support? You know, like kind of make sure like, man, bro, like, yo, it feels like the world is against her.
That's what I was telling her. So I got to know her before I met 2K. Yeah. Then I was helping out 2K because I also felt for him too.
Apparently, it wasn't helping out 2K. 2K was helping him out. So.
I'm a father that got ripped away from my kids.
You did not get ripped away from your child. Your child got ripped away from you because you didn't pay child support and you weren't in their life. And then you decided to live this type of life. He's making it sound like he's the victim here, guys, and he's not the victim here. Just want to make sure y'all know that. Just make sure. Checking.
So I'm like, I try to give them both a chance, and then I got to know both real versions of themselves. Yeah. And then we ended up becoming friends, me and her again. Then what was that one? Has a face.
We did at the old face con house together a few months ago. So.
And so that's where I started like falling in love with her little by little, helping her out. Yeah. Being that supportive friend and always making sure her head was up. Yeah. That's it. And then little by little, I just fell in love with her.
Yeah.
So I want you guys to. I need you to see this.
We prank Winter and
I don't know. Fill up the water. Fill it up.
Brie, should we prank Winter and like splash him with water?
This is a toddler. This is a little baby that they like. Should we prank them? He's also talking about wanting to show her in the bath. Watch.
Bath time? Is there any way to pause the stream? Babe, is there any way to pause the stream for his bath time, or like how should I do that? No. My friend's TikTok got taken down when she had her son shirtless on there. Like, they do not.
So he was basically asking in that video, like, can we just live stream or taking a bath? This guy, he's trying to be here being a victim. Don't forget who these people are. They get to go on and say whatever they want, but the reality is they're some of the most disgusting, most chaotic people that should never be around children. They should never have children near them. They shouldn't be allowed to have their own children. I hope CPS steps in if she is pregnant and they have a baby. They need a drug test. These people do lots of drugs.
Oh, see? What the is that?
Boom. Right there. And you can see that? Right there is lines of cocaine on a glass table. And she's like, whoops.
I want somebody to just leave their gum.
That's what she was worried about. The gum, not the cocaine left on the table. Next to a kid's toy. Literally full of cocaine. Everybody's tagging 2K in this. Never seen white powdery gum before. That's interesting. What kind of gum is that? So, in my opinion, that's drugs. And you can't convince me otherwise.
Is she like always like have this like I don't care attitude, or like is it behind closed doors and she usually like a man like like she she's like she cries, she's emotional?
Who is this guy? I thought this was Adam's podcast.
I mean, when you get put in the situation of just being alive where you have to be cold, it's just like, I understand that feeling.
But so you start blowing 2K up on social media and working with him, but then do you like stop working with him because you're dating her and it is weird to be working with someone who allegedly abused the love of your life?
Yeah, and then he started doxing stuff with my information. He's just such a petty person. He's a sassy ass person.
A lot of these YouTube documentaries I've seen about him and you really make him seem like a saint.
At least Adam's being real. I mean, he's trying to get a rise out of them. He's trying to make this podcast like about drama and stuff, and I understand that. But at least he's asking the questions.
Yeah, I guess he paints a really good picture. Like, some people are better PR trained than others, and I think that he got ahead of it.
Is that what it is? Or is it that you're a piece of shit? Could it be that, though? Could it be that you're a piece of shit? Maybe. That could be a thing.
Smiles right behind his ear.
Wait, so then, like, how did he get, like full custody or primary custody?
So we actually
full custody.
She have a court date, final trial, like for that coming up in a few weeks.
And she's going to lose because she doesn't even have a lawyer. She's going to lose.
So we've been waiting on this court date for a year now. It's been a lot.
So, but currently, she has no custody. She has visitations that he has to be there, or someone, like, she has supervised visitations for like a couple hours a month. That's it. Not allowed to have the baby by herself because she'll kidnap it. And she has admitted it and laughed about it on camera.
Back and forth. And it's a 4-day trial. That's how long it is. That's how much information there is. So he doesn't have full custody of our son. He just has like primary right now.
Yeah, he's full custody.
And I'm the non-custodial parent, so I had to pay a monitor to see my son in Dallas right now.
Tell him how much you paid for that.
I pay I have to pay travel fees and monitor fees and everything else. I pay upwards of like $10,000 a month just to see my son for like an hour or two a day.
Oh, those are the choices that you made, and this is the reality of those choices you made. Are you sad about that? Maybe you should make better choices. You ever think about that? No, rehab? Get off the internet? I don't know. Just a thought.
Yeah.
What? Imagine a regular
it's really
mom.
expensive.
Imagine a regular mom, and then you're getting bashed on the internet, and then you're paying tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, so I already pay my rent here in LA, plus my essentials and just regular.
Oh, you don't have to. You can leave. It's not like you have a job there. You can do your job, whatever it is, anywhere. So can Santos. Just move. But they have to be in LA because it's the party scene, is where the drugs are, it's where the trafficking is. Again, there's so much. You can dig into this wormhole. It's going to take you down a wormhole, okay?
Their lifestyle, plus lawyer fees.
Right, because like when I was watching like this documentary about you with my girl, it's like, you know, she's just kind of dumbfounded because it's such a rare situation for the guy to get primary custody of the child and for the mom to basically be on the outs. So like, what's your explanation for how that happened and why the courts look so favorably upon him?
It's not that I think that he's looked more favorably upon.
It is. That's exactly what it is. She's so dumb. Wow.
With our judge that we have right now.
Yeah. It's the judge.
That he was just more strategic than I was. Like I was going through things. I wasn't really taking a lot of the court things seriously.
That's strategic? She's like, I just wasn't. No, this is what it was. He had a lawyer. You had a lawyer. You kept effing up and then doing stuff online, recording your conversation with your lawyer on TikTok, so they probably fired you. I just wanted to party and stuff instead. That's what she's saying. She would rather do drugs, drink, and party and go out with these disgusting trash pimps. And that's instead of actually fight for her child. That's what she preferred to do. That's the answer.
It was my first time doing all this, so I had no idea, consequences of things.
So, no problem. Wipe the slate clean, I guess.
So he was just smarter and like doing things strategically, like filing certain motions at the right time. He was just advised better than I was, I think.
Does he come from money more so than you do? Like, does his parents have money?
He makes he makes a good amount of money on social media, but he doesn't come from money, actually.
Okay. Because I feel like that's the kind of thing that, like, if you have a really good lawyer...
That all of his money...
He just had a normal lawyer. She just kept getting fired by lawyers, and she kept putting it on the internet. It's not that she couldn't afford it. It's that nobody wants to work with her because she's a freaking huge liability, and she's going to lose cases. I mean, lawyers can take money and all that stuff and be like, I'll take your money, but you're going to lose because you're an idiot. But at the same time, that affects their whatever too, right? You're using this TikToker who's got millions and millions of followers, and if you do something wrong, she'll call you out. That could ruin your career.
Every single dollar that he makes on TikTok, which he makes upwards of like $10,000 a day on live, goes straight to his lawyer, straight to an account for his lawyer. So he's dedicated that money. I will
quit doing this podcast right now if I can start making $10,000 a day on TikTok Live.
That's crazy. $10,000 a day.
I mean, yeah, who can make that? When you have that, shit. Yeah, when you have that support and you have that, like, especially when kids are involved, like, it's like people are diehard about that. So
they should be. They should be diehard about protecting kids. I agree. That's why I'm on 2K's side in this whole thing. And these people are absolute garbage liars. I don't think he has any blame in this whatsoever. I think he's been doing the best he can with what he's been given. He has his mom to support him, which is great. And if you have support like that, you should use it. I don't shade him for that. I shade him for his choice of women. Sure. I think he would agree with me on that. But you know what? He's doing what he needs to do to protect his kid. And this woman does everything the opposite. She's doing everything she can to hurt her child, which is really weird to me that she's on here being like, I'm a good mom. She probably thinks she's a good mom. She really does.
He's gained that fan base off of our son and like the whole situation.
So is that hurt? What? He's kicking up on?
No, he hasn't. He was already famous before that. He's gained fame for being a protective dad because he doesn't put the kid out there like you do. Not at all.
Your kid?
I mean, as long as my kid's taken care of and healthy.
Take the kid.
Right. But why people... So, I feel like, especially in this, like, custody shit, like, why people, like, I guess more so, like, lean towards his side is because, like, of the clips, right? Like, that goes around of you saying, man.
They're trying to beat around the bush here and walk on eggshells, but they're like, hey, we've seen everything you guys are lying about right now, so, okay.
And imagine if I had my kid full time, man, it's right. If film partying is great. So like when they see those clips now again, and those clips are out of context, right? So like we don't see the full hour conversation or full hour stream, right? We just see like those clips. So when people like see like a mom saying that, would you say like, for example, if you see like a mom saying, I can imagine if I had this kid full time, I love partying, you'll probably judge her, right?
I'm sure. I mean, I'd say super controversial things, but that's what I do for work. I do,
well, maybe don't do that. Have you ever considered not doing super controversial things for work? She's like, that's what I do. Well, don't do it. If you really love your child and you would like to have them in your life, I mean, in the choices you have to make those choices. So maybe don't do that. No? Okay. Just throwing it out there.
Entertain, I troll, I stream,
She creates rage bait. But you can't have kids in a world where you create rage bait. You can't do it. I'm sorry. You're putting them in a world that's really dangerous. Because you create rage bait and it's going to enrage people. And it might enrage the wrong people. Like Santos is saying, they enraged people. They were cutting my tires on my food trucks and they were flattening our tires and had to give away my food trucks. And I was like, that's your choices.
I do a lot of things for social media, right, for work. So that's how I make my money. I have to...
For work.
Keep people on their feet. I have to say controversial things. I have to do controversial...
No, you don't. You don't have to do any of that stuff. You just did OnlyFans. That's all you had to really do. And you shouldn't, when your kids are here, you shouldn't anyway. But, like, why do you have to be controversial? Is that the only thing you have to offer the world is create rage bait? Because how long do you think that's going to last? It's not. People are going to get sick of it eventually. They're going to grow out of it. All the fans that are following you for the rage bait now, in 5 years, they're going to be like, why did I watch this shit? They're all going to grow up and you're not. That's the difference.
Things. I've always been that way, and I've been really good at it. So, yeah, I do say those things, and I know that comes with judgment, and I don't mind that.
Anybody else get, like... I don't know. I take a Blexton. Okay, and I don't know if it's midsummer, whatever allergy hitting. Like I've had more allergies than I've ever had in my entire life. The roof of my mouth gets so itchy, I have to tongue it all the time. That's why I'm always doing this. And it bothers me, but I can't stop. Even after taking my Blexton, which I might have to double down on it. Do you guys have any solutions? Does anybody what's going on? Am I allergic to dead grass?
Nah, bro.
Although it could be the wildfires too. That could be a thing.
Nah, right? But like that's an excuse, right?
Rage baiting.
No, sure, but like rage baiting, like for example, right? Like if me and like Adam is having, like a conversation, right? And like we start trolling, but there's things that are like, for example, right? Like when you guys are just having like a normal conversation and on stream and you say that, it don't come across as rage baiting. It comes across as like casual conversation. But then like when you say like rage baiting and afterwards it feels like, well, if I say that I'm trolling 100% of the time, I can never be held accountable.
And my thing is like,
that's what he's right. He's saying like, you're just saying it's rage bait, so you don't hold me accountable for the things I say because it's just I'm making it up. It doesn't matter.
I'm probably one of the most trolling ass offensive people on the internet. Yeah. But for sure that line of like, even if it's really, really funny, I'm not going to be like, man, fuck my kid. I want to do drugs.
Oh, I don't know if
Yeah, that's what she does. That's what he's saying she does, and she does do that.
I feel like... No. I mean, you are kind of like, I'm so glad I don't have to be a mom. I can get drunk. I want to party.
He's saying what she does, and she's trying to be like, they're calling them out, but they're trying to be nice about it, which is weird. Just say what you're going to say.
Okay, so we were living at the FaZe Clan house. During that time, I didn't have a lawyer. I wasn't really taking a lot of things seriously. I was doing a lot of things. I was like drinking all the time.
Drugs.
I just wasn't in a good place. So you're
doing a lot of things. Cocaine was the things.
That was my mentality at the time.
Wait.
Well, okay, cool. It was. So what? Then all good? It was my mentality at the time. I was doing drugs and drinking and partying and didn't care about my kid. This is just my mentality. Oh, okay. Our bad then. Reset it all.
Wait though. But then when like you tell me I was rage baiting there, now I'm like, hold on, bro. If she just told me, that was my real mentality back then, but then 5 seconds ago you told me, bro, I was rage baiting.
It was a little bit of both, honestly.
How do I now think, man, is she gonna lie to me?
Guys striking up a fat spliff.
Interview, man.
No.
You feel me?
Classy. Just keeps getting classier.
Right, come on, we don't talk this. Right, come on, right?
I mean, I've never been high, but I can't blame this guy for wanting to get high to listen to these people. I guess you can't blame him.
Growth in people.
Of course. People grow.
Yeah, and I always give a second chance.
That secondhand smoke is bad for your lungs.
So,
Is she pregnant and this guy's smoking a big fat weed spliff in front of her? I feel like that's irresponsible, Adam. You know she's pregnant. Or maybe she doesn't know she's pregnant. But she knows she's pregnant. She said, can you not smoke in front of me because I'm pregnant? No? Okay. Just checking. Holy cow, these people.
an opportunity for someone to grow. You don't go on Netflix or you go watch a movie and you say, I want to watch A Perfect Family. Yeah, you want to see growth, you want to see improvement, you want to see change.
I think that's why people are so gravitated towards my story because they're like, this bitch is crazy. She's done crazy things. She said crazy things, but like, I think she's changing.
No, she's not. She's getting worse. That's why they're watching. It's like a train wreck. They're not watching because you're getting better. They're watching because you're getting worse. Hope this helps.
I want to watch that. So like, yes, I have said insane things. Whether I meant them or not, I don't know. We'd have to go line by line.
You don't even know what you said. That's awesome.
Does it feel like you took it too far because now you don't have a TikTok, so it's kind of hard to like, they won't let you make another one. So.
You took it, yeah. So what he's saying is you took it so far that TikTok banned you. So you said a bunch of craziness that you were literally not even allowed on the platform anymore.
Are you like focused on
that was my main source. I actually stream on Kick, so yeah.
But either way, she has me to always back her up.
And we actually do a couple.
Thanks, Karate Kid from 1982.
OnlyFans, so there's that.
I've seen that on the Twitter,
I seen, man. Which, hey, brother. No disrespect, man. I seen that shower video. She's amazing at what she does.
Oh my god.
Ew, that's awkward. Did you just say that? Like, that's... Do you do that? I mean, you put it on the internet, I suppose, but, like, that's... Everybody's just laughing about that. To be like, I've seen literally your wife's booty hole, and they're all laughing about it.
Right. We love each other. We love each other.
Were you looking at her?
Do you? Is that what you do when you love each other? Okay.
His round ass.
No, because it was a side video of like him just like standing up and like her going down on him, so we could only see just her going to work. You feel me?
Yeah, I'm like that one movie. What's that one movie on the boat in the 365 days?
Yeah,
Karate Kid.
Like that.
Man.
But it's important. I think what you guys are doing is important because in the world, a lot of black guys, decent amount of white guys, damn near no Hispanics.
Super important. Representing Hispanics in the world. Good for you, Santos. High five. Just represent. We need representation.
Very underrepresented. Shout out to the ones who are doing it, but they're kind of not that many.
Especially one with a piece on them.
And a round ass.
Yeah, I got it.
Right, that's you feel me?
And we're both parents, so. And I think people are like, oh my god, they're both parents.
This is disgusting, actually. And again, this is the life that she leads. This is what they did, create corn. And they want to bring children into this world. This is disgusting.
There's no way they should be doing that. That's the big
and the thing is, I haven't been pulling out, so.
Oh my god.
Oh, so you guys are working on another one. So you haven't learned from what our boy 2K.
And so he's smoking a big fat spliff here. Weed cigarette. And she could be pregnant. He's like, oh, maybe he's thinking, are you pregnant?
See, man, you haven't learned yet.
About
that.
You said, I've seen what this man went through. I've seen how the legal system wreaked havoc on his life. Fuck this. I'm going to be all right.
I think we're going to prove it.
Are you hearing what he's saying? He's like, you've seen what she's done to someone else, and you're going to do the same thing? She's like a Venus flytrap of traps.
Going wrong. I
think it's our time to prove the people that ripped away our kids and everyone that hated on us to show them we can actually be parents.
Oh my god! So I think they're announcing their pregnancy here. That's why people are wondering. It's time. It's definitely time for you to prove the haters wrong. Because you think you don't have your kids just because of haters? It's all a misunderstanding. Are you serious right now? Santos' wife, please, ex-baby mom, whatever your name is, come talk to me, please. Like, they get to get on here and, like, say whatever they want, and they're one of the most disgusting couples in planet Earth. So, no.
And they love a rehabilitation narrative.
Well, it's real life.
No, bro, like, are you ready to be, like, a stepfather? So, like, let's just say, like, she wins the case, you feel me, and the kid comes back home. Because, well, you're what, 20, 21?
I'm 20.
Yeah. 20 years old.
This guy's 20 and she's 26. He's 20 and he's like a teenager, man. He's like a teenager. Holy cow.
25.
You're 25. Are you ready to be a stepfather?
Yeah.
Are you? No. Your answer is no, you're not. Your prefrontal cortex isn't even developed yet. This guy makes the worst decisions on earth. Look at his teeth. Are you ready to be a what?
Yeah,
he's already a father.
I'm already a father.
He's actually met my...
It's true. He is already a father, but he's not really a father because he's not allowed to see his kid.
Yeah. I only have one. Okay. I have a daughter, and she has a son. My daughter's 2. Her son is 1, and then the surprise was you say it.
We're pregnant.
Would it bother you though, like every day just looking in the kid's face and just seeing your...
I think he put that joint out because they just announced they're pregnant, so maybe he's not all that bad. Maybe he realized, oh my god, you're pregnant, I'm smoking a literal weed cigarette into your face, and then he put it out. So I can't blame him, because as soon as he put it out,
I'm staring back at you. Like, is that something?
No, I think the kid so innocently, and I don't know.
Actually, you know what? I might.
I mean,
You're like, this
when times are good, maybe you don't care. Maybe times get tough, and you start looking at that kid like, "Hey,
it'll be challenging." I mean, we haven't been through any of that in those situations yet.
Nah.
They're up and coming. We have court at the end of this month, a 4-day trial. I'm sure I'll get.
4-day trial sounds crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know how long it normally takes, but I wasn't fit for 4 days.
It's actually out of the norm just because we both do social media.
A lot of murder trials are 4 days.
Yeah, and that's what's like so insane about how complex those like child custody cases, because it's just a child custody case, but it's
watching shit about you and stuff definitely made.
And you're gonna lose so hard, Brie, and this podcast isn't gonna help for what you guys are here saying. The drugs, the proof of who you are and who you hang out with, that's not gonna go well. The judge is gonna get to see all this over 4 days. Man, I'd like to be there. I might go.
Me like, oh my god, I hope I never have to deal with this shit.
Yeah, my life is like insane. Yeah.
No, right?
She just admitted it. Her life is effing insane. And you want to have custody of a child into that effing insane life? Sounds good. Thanks, judge. Imagine a judge, though, does give her custody. Holy shit.
But he's like he's going to be like a good stepdad for me because, like, he's a bag getter, right? Like, bro, he knows how to get to the money. For example, if you go to that Twitter, bro, it's showing you like pull down your ass.
This guy keeps talking about him being naked and doing. Can we move on? Like, we got it, bro. No homo, but sounding not that much. You know what I'm saying? You keep talking about him naked on Twitter. Can you stop?
And you showing, you feel me? Like, you feel me? And like he's filming like ass videos, you feel me?
Yeah.
So I'm like, hold on. Most people don't really understand this, right? Bro, you're a bag getter, but we on the same page, you feel me? I'll never do it. But most dudes who do porn, they want to cater to a heterosexual community, right? They want to to chicks. He understands, nigga, bro. Listen, bro, if gay men want to watch my OnlyFans, this ass I got on me, bro, I'll be, because, bro.
I think this guy is gay. I think it's pretty clear. He doesn't want to tell anybody, but okay, you're doing it wrong if you don't want people to think you're gay.
I heard the gay audience pay the most.
They do. They do.
I heard that Jason Love. Jason Love makes a good amount of money on OnlyFans. I don't know how much, but I know that like the number one request, they want to see that asshole. They want to see you bend over.
Imagine this is your life.
And he won't do it. And it's like, as a dude, as soon as you cross over into that, like if I started OnlyFans tomorrow, that's gonna be the number one thing that they're asking for. The
asshole.
And then it's gonna be the number one thing that gets posted on Twitter. Hey, look at his butthole, look at him bending over.
If I ever see you bent over in an arch looking back and show that asshole,
it's really hard to justify after the blood's in the grave.
They're gonna be weird about that. No, see him though, he does it in like a masculine way.
Yeah.
This dude would 100% saw.
Because I'm Hawaiian, so we go to Hawaii often, see my family. People always I always like kick stream. And I did a stream where I was dressed as Lilo, and everyone loved it. So we were just like, well, what if we do like a spicy video? Lilo.
So she's talking about doing a spicy video as Lilo, who, by the way, in the movie Lilo and Stitch is a child. It's not the oldest sister. Lilo is the child. So she's cosplaying a child making porn videos about it.
So I face painted my face blue, got the ears on, went down. I started doing the growling noises just for fun. You know?
Yeah. So
just normal things that people do.
Not controversial though.
It was.
They're trying to cancel us in Hawaii. They're like, get the out of here.
Oh, in Hawaii too.
Yeah.
They're trying to cancel us in Hawaii. Well, because you're cosplaying a child and making porn videos. I mean, you should be put in prison for that.
We did it in Hawaii, y'all.
Yeah. Oh my god. I feel like you can almost
because it comes from like a children's.
I'm surprised Disney didn't sue you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you can get sued for that, right? Like, by like.
No,
I mean, like,
a lot
of porn companies have done like parodies. I used to fuck with this girl who was Marge Simpson and shit like that, but I don't know like how aggressive they are about like OnlyFans content. I feel like if you were wearing like extremely realistic costumes, like the shit that they would wear at Disneyland, and you did it,
I was just wearing a coconut bra and hula.
If you wear like see, like what are they gonna do? That might be tough. Yeah.
Right. But you had on like the mask, right?
This guy just wants to keep talking about those videos with us. He's not pointing at her; he's pointing at him.
Not just with the ears and the face.
Though.
Oh
my gosh, this is like, I feel dirty listening to this. I do. So there it is. She did Lilo is 6 in the movie, by the way. It just keeps getting worse. So she played Lilo.
I think it's a girl too, and I don't mind having like another girl.
If Santos wants to be with his daughter, why doesn't he just make better choices? This guy's 20 years old and he's making worse choices. He says he misses his daughter so much, but he's not making any choices to help. Crazy.
Not really
I was growling.
He was growling, so it can be taken into your stitch.
Yeah. No, but like that wasn't like your only controversial and OnlyFans video though.
No, Spider-Man.
What? No, you did something else that a lot of people was like, what the f is going on there?
Oh, wait, which one was it?
The pregnancy videos.
Oh, yes. So I have, when I was pregnant, I did do pregnant OnlyFans.
And she's just like, like everybody does. That's disgusting.
Yeah. Now, like for people who are in porn, they tell me that's not really like a big deal. But for people who are in like out of porn, it's like, hold on, bro. Like,
yeah, that's disgusting. That is disgusting.
I had to bring that back.
You feel me? Here.
See, he just said it again. I had to. Like, they're not biting onto what he's saying for some reason, but he's like, I had to bring that back. So hear what he said. I had to get her pregnant so we can make pregnant corn. That's what he's saying, and they're not grasping it on purpose for some reason. They're trying to say we're pregnant. That's what they're trying to say.
Right now, I feel like where people kind of say, "Yo, this is a little bit too far right? This is far right." Did you like feel bad because it was a dude who was not the father?
She does not feel bad about anything that she has ever done. Why would you ask her that question?
You feel me? Like of the kid, right? So like when we see like. I'm filming like the OnlyFans, like the pregnant content. Plus, is not the father of the kid.
Well, I never did any pregnant only. I've never done spicy content with any other man but him. So
you was the one who was fucking her pregnant.
No.
No,
I was not fucking anyone on OnlyFans while I was pregnant. I actually just made like spicy content while I was pregnant. But
that's better, I guess. What the hell, man? Who are these? Like, why does this exist on Earth?
I had a lot of weird requests because. Like I had like
Dad must be proud.
A smell. I had like a large, like I was like showing. So a lot of people just wanted to see that.
It is weird when you do and the girl gets pregnant because it's like
there's a fetish for it.
At first you can barely see it.
She's proud of it. They have fetish for it. So I just do what I gotta do. Holy crap!
And you feel fine. So it's like you keep doing porn, and then as time goes by, you get bigger and bigger, and then that's the stuff that the pregnancy fans want to see. Yeah. But then also like you don't want to do shit when you're like 7 months pregnant because you fucking feel.
Well, I went to Coachella 9 months pregnant, and I got a lot of crazy comments around that time because I think a few people there had already seen my OF, my pregnant OF, and a lot of guys were just like, "Oh my god," like they kind of treated me differently, or they'd be like, "Oh, pregnant pussy's the best pussy."
Why are you? Oh my god!
Yeah, I don't know why, but it is. I never like was attracted to pregnant women, and then I got my girl pregnant, seen it, and now I look at pregnant girls like, oh,
I'm just experiencing that right now. I feel like
she's pregnant now.
Yeah, we found out in Hawaii.
Man, really?
In the Louis Vuitton.
So now, you're pregnant. He's been trying to tell you for the last 15 minutes.
Somewhere.
Yes.
Wait.
Well, we haven't told social media yet. We're telling them this week.
I know where you were when that happened.
Really?
Yeah.
This guy's like, and I just smoked a huge joint in front of you. Thanks for telling us.
Wow.
I don't even blame Adam for doing that. I blame her for not telling them.
Oh, so this is the great reveal.
Man, bro, we feel honored.
I said it like 3 times, like joking around.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, we know.
Now we're going to be getting back to pregnant OnlyFans content with us.
Oh my gosh, she's so gross. You're putting this out in the world before you go to court? Holy cow!
What month will you go to? What trimester? Will you do it? Will you do
until birth?
Yeah. Will you?
I want to live stream my birth.
Hey,
she wants to live stream her birth
at the hospital
on OnlyFans. That's. I hope you get kicked off OnlyFans too. That's disgusting.
We're gonna film a hospital one.
That's how you gotta get the baby out. Truly,
you're gonna live stream the birth. I understand, but holy shit! Like, isn't that like the number one thing?
If the most disgusting star in the world is saying that you're disgusting, you're disgusting. Do you know what I mean? Like, this guy is the debaucherous final boss of debauchery, and he's calling you disgusting. That's gotta mean something. You know this guy stinks, right? Ugh.
In life that you wouldn't want to stream because it's super.
Not my pussy, just
yeah, we're not gonna show pussy, but I mean,
not on the spicy page. I meant like TikTok Live.
You know, just on TikTok Live. We're gonna go live stream by giving birth vaginally on TikTok Live, not on OnlyFans. You know, it's a little better.
Krishan Rock did it though.
She did,
and
like she's completely like, I'm going to exploit the living shit out of this kid. And they're already, and they cannot wait because and it's not for anything. They don't want a kid for love. They want it to prove to people that we can have a kid. It's going to get taken away as well, and you guys aren't going to last either because you can't have a relationship with someone. Both these people are narcissistic douchebags, but she has that disease, like the main character syndrome or whatever it's called. I said before, it's not going to last either. And you're bringing another kid into a world with another broken family, so you're gonna have multiple baby daddies, multiple baby moms. They're all gonna be split up. You're not. This poor child, because neither of these people, once they split up after this baby, should have this baby. At least you have 2K on the other side, who's a good kid, seems to be a good kid. He's got his mom to help him, and he's giving a good life to Winter, right? Whereas this side, neither of these should end up with a baby. So when the custody battle starts, and it will, I promise you, who's going to end up with this child? And whoever it ends up with, it's going to be in a bad way no matter what. That's disgusting. That's the problem here, guys. He's not allowed to be around his other kid. She's barely allowed, unless she pays tens of thousands of dollars, to be around her child. And they're going to have a child? Holy cow. All right, this is taking too long, and so I'm going to stop it here. I'm going to do part 2 tomorrow. I rarely do this, but we're not even halfway through this podcast, and there's nothing to jump through. Everything they say, I have to talk and comment about. So everybody take a deep breath with me right now. We will be back tomorrow for part 2 of this. Thank you for being here, guys. I appreciate you. Don't forget someone has a huge crush on you. Hopefully it's not one of these guys. That'd be gross. And I'll see you when I see you.